So, the ocean is vast, covering 70% of planet Earth. The ocean is home to numerous species of fish, including the clownfish, the blue marlin, and the great white shark. The ocean is also home to the largest animal known to have lived on Earth, the blue whale. So let's talk about the blue whale. So, blue whales consume 4 tons of krill a day. That's a lot. To take that in consideration, that's about the same weight of 4 small cars. Blue whales are known to be located in all oceans in the world. Let's go into this map. So, since they're known to be located in the vast majority of the ocean, they tend to mate in tropical waters during winter months and feed in polar waters during summer months. This behavior has allowed them to survive for as long as they have, as well as the way they feed. So their feeding behavior is that they usually consume large volumes of water and food and they take it into their mouth, which have little pleated grooves that kind of filter the water out, leaving the food trapped for digestion. Environmental pressures that affect this animal is that they are going endangered, which means they are soon to disappear. This is all due to the use of the harpoon gun. The harpoon gun has been linked to the whaling industry, which is the killing of whales to sort of produce oil. So it is very much known that recovery is very slow. It's almost estimated that about 5,000 currently are in the wild surviving. So let's take a look at why the blue whale looks like this. Like, how did it come to be? Believe it or not, this is what a blue whale's branch of ancestry came from. And one of the closest living recent mammals is the hippopotamus. Now let's look at the timeline. Here we have an Indohyus. It's your typical land animal, and it has very nice carnivorous teeth as well, a long tail. What's particular about this is that its skull highly resembles the skull of a whale. After the Indohyus, the Pakicetes evolved. These were small land predators that were kind of like a mixture of a whale and a wolf, as most of their fossils were found near water, which meant they probably hunted near shallow waters, which is probably how they kind of got the idea that, hey, there's food in the water. After the Pakicetes came the Iambucetes, seen here. As I mentioned before, the Pakicetes kind of like to venture out into the water, but never really got in there. The Iambucetes, though, show development of webbed feet and a shorter tail, webbed feet, stubby feet, and a longer snout, which was used obviously to hunt for fish. Now the difference between this one is that this one actually would venture out into the water but still take advantage that there was land prey and water prey. After the Iambucetes, the Rondorhynchus comes into play, living a very much 100% marine lifestyle as it swam around. There are changes in the tail, the snout, and the loss of that back legs turning into fins in the front as well. Lastly, we see the formation of the Basilosaurus, which is the most closest related branch to the blue whale. Now this species actually has the fins, there's no nose, and there's a fin in the back as well. This also lives 100% marine life. All these animals played a key role in forming the blue whale. Compare this to modern and ancestral adaptations. So as you can see, we're going to be taking a look at fossil records and basically the anatomy of these. As previously said on the timeline, you can see how they sort of have all the same bone structure, but they've sort of like adapted to their environment. It is obvious that its body structures were relevant to its land area as well as this one, and then when we start to look over here, this animal has sort of evolved over time to meet their needs, whereas food was probably limited on land, which sort of made them go into the water for the source of food. This comparative anatomy is evidence of the evolution of blue whale.